What does it mean for real estate? That's all of our first thought.
Gosh, it means massive disappointment, right? This is like winning the lottery and losing the ticket. And people are screaming at their screens and into their phones right now, and I'm sure they're feeling angry or bereft.
So get as specific as you can. Who thought they'd won the lottery? Who owns the land, both the land specifically the offices would be built on, but also the surrounding area, which would have really been enhanced?
Yeah, well, if you go back, I mean, Long Island City is a neighborhood that has been sort of on the cusp of redevelopment for decades. And there have been sort of half steps in that direction. There have been thousands of new apartments built over the last few years or opened over the last few years. There's industrial land that could be developed into office high-rises and so forth. And this seemed like the thing that was going to make it all come together. It was going to fill the apartments. It was going to spur, other investment, not just by Amazon, but by other companies. There was talk of biotech hubs. There was talk of all sorts of things. And it's a big step back, I mean, some of this stuff will still happen.
How's Michael Corbett feeling right now? Because Citigroup has a big tower they built over there a long time ago, never quite came to fruition. As I recall, Amazon was going to take a lot of that tower.
Yeah, they're moving out. I mean, the real question is, how does the company that bought it feel? I believe Savannah, which bought it with plans that it could redevelop it and sort of do better than the previous owners had done. Once again, that was a idea which suddenly looked great when Amazon said it was coming to Long Island City, and which no longer looks quite as good.
So if people owned the real estate or had bought the real estate, they're feeling pretty disappointed. What does it do to the real estate market overall in New York? If you're a big developer, does this send sort of a chill down your spine about future development that, in fact, local politicians and politicians up in Albany might actually get in the way of?
In the immediate, I would think people will have some amount of that feeling. I don't know whether or not this is an indication that other big companies won't come to New York. Google, just made a deal to expand its footprint in Manhattan. This was a botched project, right? This was a situation where both Amazon and the state officials leading it failed to get the local politicians on board. And just because they didn't make it work this time doesn't mean it won't work